50 of the paper thing with me. Episode 50, not the 50th episode of the whole of the entire series, but in fact just of season 5. Welcome to episode 50 of season 5 of the paper thing with me, the Broken Bottle Boy, here on Twitch. As at this very moment, once again, Lord Daniel Finkelstein slags off my journalism on Twitter. Do I have time to reply to him now? No, I do not. I only have time to talk to you about 3 varying quality magazines. Yes, it's the Posh magazine and Posh People Interest Adjacent magazine special. We've got 3 magazines up for discussion today. The Idler, the Chap, and Tatler, which once called person in the room in a review of her book waggish, and she's never stopped talking about it. Bunga Bunga Friday to you, Gonzo Socialism. Hello, SK the Crusader. Welcome to my I am ignoring Daniel Finkelstein slagging me off on Twitter again episode. Although you know, if you want to reply to him, feel free to do so. He's all up in my replies again. Hello, happy Friday and death to landlords, Panic Future. SK the Crusader, he blocked me for being mean to him. That was a beautiful, beautiful moment, and I recall it very clearly. I believe it was the Cry More tweet. Delicious brown sauce. Right, yeah, so it's a magazine special. It's a 3 magazine special. Got the Idler, the Chap, and Tatler to look at. On the front cover of the Idler, it's Nish Kumar, internet friend of mine, friend of Trash Future, and genuinely a good thing. Let's hope his interview in here is good. Will the rest of the Idler be good? Who knows? I'm going to say... Right, so let's take a look. The Chap sounds like you need to moisturise your helmet more. Yes, indeed. By the way, talking about moisturising your helmet, if you want to read the most disgusting thing ever written, go and look up the column that Giles Corran wrote about masturbation. It will honestly put you off masturbating forever. Right, so here we go. Yeah, front page of front cover of the Idler. We've got Nish Kumar, I'm fundamentally lazy. Great cover star for the Idler then. Stop working, save the planet. Slow down, says Colin Tudge, real name. Horsepower, the tractor-free farmer. I mean, there used to be a lot of those. Ghost in the Machine, who writes celebrities' books? That could be quite good. Plus, Charles Handy on dying. Virginia Ironside meets David Kynaston. Who he? I don't know. Rachel Kelly on the benefits of commuting. Oh, fuck off. Plus, behind the scenes on Clarkson's farm. Oh, fuck me. And there's a Christmas gift guide starring Louis Theroux and Emma Thompson. Right, so inside page, Idler, The Art of Living, November to December 2021. And this is the letter from the editor, Tom Hodgkinson says, according to the WHO and the International Labour Organization, work kills nearly 2 million people each year. That's 6 times more than drugs and war combined, and around the same number of reported COVID deaths. Yet we see no war on work, no global program to reduce the working day, no horrified outcry. Yet I suspect it's not the readers of the Idler who are being killed by work. Right, moving on. Notes from the Counts, the Idler's diary. The still thing about the work killing people. Iceland does it easy. The more always progressive Iceland, home of anarchist mayors and the sugar cubes, has been experimenting with a 4-day working week, and recent reports say it's been a success. If only we had a mainstream political party that suggested a 4-day working week and wasn't like laughed out of the room by the workaholic, psychotic media. Swing out, sister. Following the decision of tennis star Naomi Osaka to slow down a bit and take a break, US journalist Kelly Maria Korducki, author of the much-lauded book Hard to Do, The Surprising Feminist History of Breaking Up, published a piece in the New York Times with the appealing headline, "We're finally starting to revolt against the cult of ambition." The whole thing about the Idler is weird, right? Because a magazine actually takes quite a lot of effort to make a magazine, right? So the notion that the Idler is just created by people who can't really be asked is self-evidently untrue. Right, anyway, that goes on. Idle Thoughts by Charles Handy. A sense of an ending. Death awaits us all, but readiness and a stoic approach will help us face it, says Charles Handy. Well, I'm only 37 years old, so I don't really want to die quite yet. Stuart Harrison, Horse-Drawn Farmer, How I Live. This is actually, I mean, it's quite an interesting article. Philosophy, Alienation. Mark Vernon looked through his telescope to see all of human folly and delight reflected in the light sail of an unidentified aerial phenomenon. All right, fine. It goes on a bit. Right, here we go. The interview with Nish Kumar. Tom Hodgkinson meets the Late Night MASH frontman, not anymore, and stand up to talk politics, philosophy, and laughing in the face of the apocalypse. Nish is good. I like Nish. He is a good thing. He said, I haven't run out of things to be angry about yet. I open the BBC News website every morning and I'm already fucking livid. See why I feel a kindred spirit? I would have imagined reading the papers every day would make you long for death, said Panic Future. That is true, to be fair. One of my key... This is another Nish Kumar quote. One of my key achievements has been to pull the wool from the eyes of white moderates. We need to have an honest conversation about this country. My status as a democratic socialist puts me very much on the right of my family. In my family, I'm basically a Tory. He's a bit like SK. I'm basically a lazy person. The centre of my being is a guy wearing tracksuit bottoms slumped on the sofa. Anyway, it's quite a good interview. How to Save the Planet Without Really Trying. Colin Tudge, real name, suggests that there's a way of doing it with basically not doing much. It goes on too long, and it's really not... It's quite boringly laid out. Anyway, that's from his book, The Great Rethink. He's the co-founder of the Real Farming Trust and the College for Real Farming and Food Culture. So, there you go. SK the Crusader moving much more left. Yeah, I am over time. I feel like by the time I'm retired, which is unlikely to ever happen, by the time I'm retirement age, I'll be you know, hiding in the woods somewhere with an automatic weapon. Free Your Mind book. They recommend some books. Frank Skinner, A Comedian's Prayer Book. No, thank you. 1, 2, 3, 4. Craig Brown's book on the Beatles. No, thank you. The Great Guide. Julian Baganini. What David Hume can teach us about being human and living well. No, thank you. Just fuck all of this, basically. One simple trick for saving the planet. It's a guillotine, says Panic Future. Yes, invest in my guillotine startup, Cutter. Just no vowels in there. Things that they think you should buy for Christmas. A ukulele, £126 ukulele. Ukuleles, you can get a lot cheaper than that. A £8 set of dominoes. To be fair, they do look quite nice. Some cards for £12. A music box. A subscription to the Marx Memorial Library. Oh, that sounds alright. 25 quid. Poem. There's a poem. I'm not reading the poem. We're having a day off the poem. No coins so far. Good afternoon, the Research Arena. How are you doing? Good to see you. Right, another essay. Simon Petherick on the noble but invisible art of putting other people's life story into words. Basically, some ghostwriters. Actually, this is quite interesting. Yeah. Apparently, J.R. Moehringer, who apparently writing Prince Harry's book, also ghostwrote Andre Agassi's autobiography and the autobiography of Phil Knight, the founder of Nike. It's likely he got a reasonable slice of a reported $20 million advance. Speculation is that he was introduced at Prince Harry by George Clooney, which does at least indicate what a rarefied world celebs occupy. There are several TV folk like Richard Osman, Graham Norton and Robert Webb who do write their own novels. Others are quietly ghosted or publicly done so, as is the case of music writer Pete Perfides' brilliant collaboration with Elton John on the latter's 2019 memoir, Me. Publishing industry remains tight-lipped about the process. Yeah, no shit. There you go. In style, pants, basically. For both in various varieties. Idle home, a house in Chiswick. Some things just go together, like the couple behind this house, whose collaborative flair has transformed their Victorian townhouse into a place where the past melds perfectly with the present. This is just posh people, innit? Posh, posh, posh. It's all very dark, dingy, this house, to be honest. Don't give a shit about that. Our register of booming businesses. Meet Lummus, a hummus-like paste made from whipped-up, cold-pressed lupin legumes. All right. Julie Lewis has made founder of Lollapalooza, an emporium of flamboyant life equipment from silky 1970s jumpsuits to washing up brushes, now sends a range of extension leads that are stylish enough to wear as necklaces. What the fuck? Groovy grannies. Granny gets a grip. It's a thing for, like, if you're old and you might fall over. A brand of kombucha. This is just, like, aggressively upper middle class. Switching back to a dumb phone could be the smartest thing you do. They recommend 5 different models of that. Kids in Chiswick brag about paying 200 quid a gram for fair trade coke. I shit you not. I can well believe it. Art in Arts and Books. Tim Richardson wanders between shows at the Hayward Gallery, Tate Britain, and the Dulwich Picture Gallery. Well, lucky him. White people hummus sounds terrible, doesn't it? It sounds disgusting. Why not just have hummus? Also in books, Virginia Ironside meets David Kynaston, the social historian who's happy to be outside of academia. Okay. And there's a book by Ferdinand Mount, who is a very posh newspaper journalist. It's called Making Nice, a new fiction about the blurred lines between newspaper journalism and political PR rings only too true. Oh, God. Just read Scoop. Yeah, Ferdinand Mount. Yeah, he's quite... Yeah, Ferdinand Mount. At over 80, Mount shows he's lost none of his verve. There's even a reference to the editor of this esteemed organ, when one character reflects, what we need is to relearn how to be idle. Oh, fucking hell. This is just reviewing books of people they know. More book reviews of books that, you know, nobody has the time for. Stuart Lee is in here. He's... frees his mind with a heady mix of acid kraut, country Irish, and pre-punk Australian stimulants. It's him writing about various jazz things. Ferdinand Mount sounds like an order more than a name, yeah. Anyway, the Stuart Lee thing's quite well written. The behind the scenes on Jeremy Clarkson, who gives a shit. There's a whole article about beekeeping, a thing about gardening. A thing about sheds, which, I mean, I would love a shed, to be fair. There's a travel feature about Victorian cemeteries, which has got some great pictures of Victorian cemeteries, to be fair. There's an article about snooker. Is Mark Williams' unusual opening shot against the spirit of the game? Alex Johnson considers the many ways to get the balls rolling. Do the flake and mash and put the comfort back, says Lindsay Barham, with a recipe for fish cakes. It's just so aggressively middle class. There's a thing about beer. There's a thing about the ukulele. There's a thing about spirits. There's a thing about... Oh, God. There's a thing about why commuting is good. Everywhere fucking talking about why commuting is good. Commuting is not good. Coins, but only at the top of an article. Rambling man, easy money. Planning your finances. It's like walking through a country meadow. Is it bollocks? Right, there's a problem page. Let's have a look at the problem page. This is people sending problems into Virginia Ironside. Jenny by email writes, my teenage son has become puritanical on issues of social justice. So far he has denounced my husband for making politically erect jokes, called his younger sister a bigot, and cut off all contact with his grandmother for her old-fashioned views. How do I temper this fascistic streak? She tells him, she says she should tell him to be kind. Someone else says, I find the idea of Christmas gifts to be stupid. God. Some readers' letters. There's a puzzle at the back. And on the very back page, there's a good picture of a dog, which is going to earn this magazine extra points. Commuting is the opposite of being idle. Binner, says Panic Future. Right, so The Idler. Now, to be fair, right, so The Idler is a ridiculous £9, right? But there is a lot of reading in it, but it's aggressively middle class. It's like if a Saturday or Sunday newspaper supplement is a glass of squash, right? This is just undiluted squash. Yeah, so, I don't know. I give it a 4, maybe a 3. A 4 because of the dog, right? It's a 4 out of 10. Like, if you can tolerate the aggressive middle classness, it's all right. There's some okay stuff in it, and Nish is good, right? But £9 for a magazine. I mean, it's quite thick. It feels, you know... it could be, you know, it could double as a spanking paddle, I guess. Although that wouldn't be idle, would it? Right. Anyway, that's The Idler. -1 overpriced ukulele, says the research arena. Get a ukulele for like £20. Yeah. Hashtag be kind, says SK Crusader. Right. So cringe but moderately tolerable. +1 for Nish, says the Neon Lady. Yeah. Absolutely. Like. This is very much a pro-Nish stream. Right. If you want to talk about cringe, it's time for the Chap magazine. Here we go. Hello and welcome to the Chap magazine. Right. Let's have a look at what's going on in the Chap. On the front cover is Sparks. I like Sparks, so that's a sort of plus point for them already. This magazine, £7. Also on the front page, front cover, Sea Serpents, the marine explorer who devoted his life to searching for mythical creatures, Chick Habit, the connection between French yeye music, Serge Gainsbourg and Quentin Tarantino, that could be interesting, and Prohibition, the rise and fall of bootleggers in the thirsty states of America. Good afternoon, Heathmore, how are you doing? And hello, C122H122. You have no coins anymore. I've run out of coins, having to buy these magazines. Panic Future, I knew someone at uni who used to read the Chap. Insufferable wanker. Yeah. Right, so here are the contributors. They're all people wearing stupid hats with stupid mustaches, apart from one woman who is allowed to not wear a stupid hat or a stupid mustache. Right, ask the Chap. Shane Larkin says, I possess several waistcoats, 2 of which have breast pockets. If sans jacket, would I be mocked mercilessly if I sported a small pocket square therein? Fucking hell. Montague Gristle says, mate, fake name, isn't it? I have been reading the diaries of Sir Henry Chips Chan and reviewed in issue 108. It's occurred to me that my failure to establish myself as a man of letters has been due to my lack of nickname. Can you advise me on a suitable appendage that would rest between my Montague and my Gristle? Oh, Jesus. Fuck this. Yeah. A Chap's Guide to Disappearing. Torquil Arbuthnot. Come on, that can't be a real name. Someone Google that. Torquil Arbuthnot outlines the various ways in which a chap in need of an anonymity may disappear off the face of the earth, including running away to sea, taking monastic orders, hitching a ride with a circus, joining an exhibition, enlisting in the French Foreign Legion, assuming a new identity in San Francisco. Brendan Kavanagh recounts a tale of survival with suitably chappish standards during a period of lawful incarceration in a quarantine hotel. We had to get a picture of him in the bath for some reason. These are D&D character names, says SK the Crusader. Anytime I hear posh people talk about ocean exploration, think of the Life Aquatic with Steve Zissou and Ghislaine Maxwell's Nancy Ocean Project. And then look, there's a picture of him doing some ironing, like this fucking Chap bullshit. And he stayed at quite a posh hotel, so... the cryptic response delivered by a person who had clearly graduated from the Franz Kafka School of Government Administration was the differences that we've decided not to decide. Okay, what universe do these people live in? A universe of their own creation. Right, in the features, Sparks, I like Sparks, so, you know, I'm pro that. It's quite a well laid out interview, there's some good pictures. There's a whole article about various outfits that Sparks have worn over the years, which is fun, to be honest. It's got good pictures in it. The Schneider Trophy, the Coupe d'Aviation, Aviation Maritime Jacques Schneider, or Schneider Trophy, celebrates its 90th anniversary this year, as Arcturus reports. Just someone use a real name or a not stupid name in here. Despite a lack of international opposition and the wider worries of living through the Depression, the Schneider Trophy still held its fascination with the general public. Huge numbers congregated in the Portsmouth area the following day, hoping to witness history being made. Some pictures of some interesting trains. Torquil Arbuthnot hasn't used his Twitter since 2014. So he does exist, yeah. Belleville and Colville, Morgan, Surrey, to get, like, to hire, like, cool old cars. The Stanley Biggs Adventure. Digby Fairfax. That can't be a real name. Fuck off. Digby Fairfax explains why Stanley Biggs is the right choice for those in search of rugged clothing for adventures in the great outdoors. This man has dressed himself up like he's pretending to be a member of the Marquis. Please look up and see if Digby Fairfax is real. My father found the website and they have a self-described anarcho-dandyist manifesto. It's very cursed. Yes, this just has cursed energy. Like, just stop dressing up like you're in the 1940s. The 1940s was shit. One of the shittest periods in modern history. What is the Schneider thing about? It's like it's an aviation cup thing. Fox Brothers & Co. Chris Sullivan meets Douglas Courgeur, the doyen of ancient British clothiers Fox Brothers, who hauled the brand by its bootstraps a decade ago. Why are you dressed like this? Why are you doing it? We have modern fabrics, modern cuts, the modern world. The Camden Watch Company, Gustav Temple. Another one, the Chap's new timepiece collaborators, Jerome and Anique Short, founders of the Camden Watch Company. Fair enough, the watches look fine. They're all dressed like a Peaky Blinders stag do night. Yeah, exactly. People who like the 40s are very strange to C122, H122 agree. Schneider Cup is an extremely posh person thing. Red Tixie, Chad, they made a mag about me. Chap about the house. Chris Sullivan advocates embracing the noble tradition of wearing pyjamas and a dressing gown while ensconced in one's chambers. This is a magazine for Tim Stanley to get over the fact that builders laughed at him about his bow tie. This dressed like a sex offender. Is that river water you're drinking, Mick? No, it is in fact brown sauce. In fact, actually, Diet Coke. In conversation, Jeffrey Farmer. Leon Jeffries meets the man heading up two made-in-England brands, GFC and HE Sports, combining dead stock and slow fashion with a penchant for subcultural icons. I don't know what that even fucking means. Of course, they have an advert for What Katie Did, the lingerie brand, which is like all old-fashioned lingerie, which, several women have told me is just incredibly uncomfortable. But, they have a style column about paying homage to Charlie Watts, who obviously died recently. There's a feature on the Prohibition, which is quite good. No coffee, no chintz, and no Guardian. The House Theatre Vauxhall, a place which pretends that it's the 50s still. What to do if your wife keeps sleeping with the stable boy, says Frage's fuckface. Yeah. Like, this is just fucking bizarre cosplay. Driven mad by the great sea serpent, Charles G.M. Paxson, another very normal name, explores the life of Captain George Drever, sailor, inventor, would-be murderer, convict, award-winning lifesaver, aspiring channel crosser, and sea serpent enthusiast. Sartoria Velocipede. Alf Anderson decries the lycra outfits of modern cyclists in favour of the more seemly cycling attire of yore. Mate, why do you want to be bullied? Wasn't the Chap a parody back in the day? Yeah, but he just doesn't feel like a parody at this point. Cooking for chaps. Nicole Grisdale suggests preparing for winter with some warming stews, accompanied by potato boulangère and pear frangipane. That does sound good, to be fair. They're quite nice recipes. Grotesque gourmand. Oliver Woods Farquharson, tell me that's not a real name, discovers that there is a happy medium between saving and eating every animal possible. At least there was if you were Francis Buckland, a scientist whose confusing legacy had a greater contribution to ecological thinking than was first apparent. There's Buckland with a massive fish. Neon Lady says posh people love to dress to be bullies. Top hats and tea on the village green. Sam Knowles provides a detailed match report for an ancient fixture that provides the real fanfare to cricket's newest format. A match of cricket will be played at Firle Park on September 4th, 1851, between 11 gentlemen of Lewes and 11 gentlemen of Firle. Wickets to be pitched at 10 o'clock. Basically, they've been having that match for decades, several hundred years. Reviews, they interview Craig Taylor. Alexander Larman makes a Canadian writer discuss the similarities between interviewing farmers from Suffolk and therapists from Manhattan. That's actually quite interesting, to be fair. A Very Nice Rejection Letter is a book about rejection letters. Sorrow and Bliss by Meg Mason is reviewed. Guarded by Dragons, Encounters with Rare Books and Rare People is reviewed. That does sound quite interesting, to be fair. In the music section, Jean-Emmanuel Deluxe, Gustave Temple, real name, meets the music impresario, revive the obscure French genre of yeye with such... Yeye is pretty cool, actually, with such conviction that one of the tracks he championed ended up on the soundtrack to a film by Quentin Tarantino. Chick Habit, yes. Yeye Girls of the French pop, they had cool covers, to be fair. The covers were pretty cool. Farage's Fuckface, top 10 best boarding schools to get buggered census at. Harry Windsor voice. Look out, chaps, lads. Maybe go cook a meal for them. Make sure you're in good headspace, not reading the Chap. Yeah. Lord Farquaad's son. Yeah, can't go wrong with a good stew. Sea Serpent Enthusiast is my grinder bio when I'm trying to pick up swimmers. Says Kinyu92. The Red Research Arena. Hell yes, the Velocipede returns. Anyway, there's some cool pictures of the women of the yeye music of the 60s. I mean, that's a fucking badass picture. Olivia Jean with a very cool guitar. David Devant and his spirit wife, Gustave Temple, meets Graham Carlow, the drummer in the band that took their name from the 19th century magician, to discuss the art and magic of deception. Actually, they're quite good band, to be fair. And on the back page, it's a crossword. Who doesn't like a crossword? That magazine, like, it had some okay stuff in it, but my God, why do you... Stop pretending that the 40s were good. The 40s were not good. Right, finally, we come to honestly, this is the worst one. I've saved the worst. Very much the magazine that Alan Partridge subscribes to. Yeah, it's good genre. Really annoys me that this magazine has good music recommendations. Yeah, it is good. It's very good music. Right, here we go. We come to the worst. We're coming to the worst one, and I've saved 30 minutes to go through this fucker. Let me change the image in the box, and then I'll do the roll call, and then we'll get into Tatler. Oh my lord, it's bad. Right, because this is the issue with their the 200 hottest dates in Britain. Expect names we can't believe are real. People who have never done a real job in their life. And, yeah, it's going to be fantastic. I am the Broken Bottle Boy, of course. You can follow me on Twitter, @BrokenBottleBoy. Also, here today is SK the Crusader in the Mod Squad. Do check out what streams he's got coming up. I'm sure he'll tell you in the chat what tonight's stream is. I've also got to proofread his latest video script after the show, and I will. Also in the chat, another TT viewer, Arid Track, C122, H122, Chris McRae, Commander Root, Dr. Fired, Arabs, Yu-Gi-Oh, Farage as Fuck Face, Gonzo Socialism, Go With Him, Heathmore 2401, Kinyu92, Kitten Rescue, Pablo Bonzo, Panicked Future, the Neon Lady, the Research Arena, the Royal Flush, and V&K. Thank you all for being here on this Friday show for the magazine special. Tonight on the stream, SK the Crusader has got Declan from Shame City coming on while they play Pokemon Ruby, continuing Dante's adventure. Yeah. Neon Lady, oh man, it's bad. I've read it and it is a fucking train wreck. Oh no, not Tatler, says Heathmore2401. Ascot's Top Totty, says Gonzo Socialism. Why are you doing this to us, Mick? Well, you know, SK Crusader also has a Pokemon, already has a Pokemon called Jolyon. Who is on the cover and why does one of them have a clown wig? These are good questions. Let's get into it. I'm not sure if I'm going to bother with the Watches and Jewellery Guide 2021 other than to say that it has a Watches and Jewellery Guide. Right, here we go with Tatler. On the front cover of Tatler, didn't see that one coming. Who are the psychics to society? Space invaders book with Bezos and travel out of this world. Couture special, 44 pages of glamour, gowns, tulle and tiaras. Match point, Boris Becker's son Elias, that's who Frightwig is, and Lady Lola Butte. Finding Jesus, the maitre d' worshipped by Mayfair, I mean, it's Finding Jesus then, and the return of Tatler's Little Black Book, the 200 hottest dates in Britain. What even is Tatler? I don't have a watch. Lola Butte. The cover people are absolute nobodies. Their claim to fame is their parents are sports stars. I've missed SK's Pokemon Run, but if Jolyon isn't a Vulpix, I will riot, says Kinyu. Right, so anyway, let's... Getting through... So, 2 pages of ads, a Dior ad. 4 pages of ads, Louis Vuitton. 6 pages of ads, the Tiffany & Co. ad with Beyonce and Jay-Z. Possibly the last time we'll see black faces in this magazine. 8 pages of ad, a Chanel ad. 10 pages of ad, more Chanel ad. 12 pages of ads, Dolce & Gabbana ad. 14 pages of ads, a Chanel No. 5 ad. 16 pages of ad, a Dior ad. 18 pages of ad, a Versace ad. 20 pages of ads, a Blancpain ad. 22 pages of ads, a Longines watch ad. And 23 pages of ads, an Emilio Pucci Acqua di Parma ad. Finally, after actually more than that, another 3 pages of ads, 25 pages of ads, 27 pages of ads, 28 pages of ads, we reach the first bit of content. It's called The Bystander. Everything about everybody, everywhere. And here is a double-page spread of various people at parties. Lady Eleanor Campbell and Alex Spencer Churchill. Who they? Rose and George Hulsel. Annika Valentia Marek. Sabine and Joseph Getty. Victoria Lancaster and Coco Hollaby. Lord Dalmany and Harriet Clapham. The Honourable Delphi Primrose and Freddie Natchbull, Celia Weinstock and Emma de Rosnay, Fergus Duff, Stanley Zhu, Alexander Edmonds and Melissa Arana, Lady Gabrielle Kingston, Maria Herrera Fram, Thomas Kingston, Nicholas Melgard and Silja Hitty, Jean Abilama, Letitia Lacour and Charles Moran, the Honourable Ptolemy Primrose, the Honourable Celeste Primrose, and William Fairfax. There they are. Selina Patteradine and Monica Irani, and the Honourable Domenica Marland and Antonia Thomas. There you go. These are all just names of middle-range Australian white wines. These are brass eye names. Red Tick Seed, hottest date in Britain is from 1st of June to 31st of August. Are any of these people real? Apparently, there's more. There's another 2 pages of just pictures of posh people. Hannah and Ben Allen Jones, Matthew Corner, Lara Atkinson and Prince Farhad Shah, Matthew and Caroline Fleming, Iona Gordon Lennox, Lucia Foss, Airlie Fleming, Libby and Eliza Fleming, Rupert and Catherine Fleming, Milo Sangster, Jeremy Allen Jones, Tabitha Hopkins. These are pictures from some fucker's wedding. This is Ben Allen Jones marrying Hannah Fleming. Who the fuck are these people? Tilly Fleming and Hugo Allen Jones. Angus Paskin Orr. As another wedding, Johnny Bravo. The Cotswolds party scene swung into action as Johnny Hornby hosted 240 guests at home in honour of the Sentabale charity. Most ignore the instruction to dress up a little, arriving instead in glamorous attire for a lively dinner catered by Cellar Society and fuelled by wine from Oswald's. Fucking look at these people! Look at these people! It's like a guidebook for amateur guillotinists. Mike Tyndall was there. Samantha Cameron was there. Lady Dunstan and James Blunt were there. The Second Coming. There's been a social resurrection in Mayfair following public displays of mourning over La Caprice's closure. Its miracle-working maitre d' Jesus has been reborn. Can he do it again? Probably. Private View, Charlotte Johnson Wall, that's the Prime Minister's wife who passed away, was a wonderful artist, adored grandmother and mother of the current Prime Minister. For her, painting people was a delicious problem. Her granddaughter, Lara Johnson Wheeler, looks at her extraordinary work. Whatever got Lara Johnson Wheeler a job in the media? It's hard to say, isn't it? Chris McRae, the Cotswold party scene, good grief, imagine the smell of tweed. Kitchen suppers are toast, entertaining is back, and the search for Britain's greatest host is heating up. But in 2021, what does it take to really get a party started? So then they talk to various posh women about this. Laurelie Astor, Serena Hood, Fiona Dressman, the Countess of Derby, Jamie Gibbs, the Marchioness of Bath. What gets a party started? Poppers, says Yu-Gi-Oh! Fame Ashler says, Chris Denny, former chef at Tatler's Restaurant of the Year 2018, is a new venture in Notting Hill. And she's gone to that. Apparently it's fine. Princess Anne fed a horse. Alamoda, nobody does it better, not even the Oscars, said Dame Helen Mirren as guests arrived via gondola. A who's who of celebrity offspring model and surprise rainbows painted the sky during Dolce & Gabbana's 3-day Venetian couture extravaganza. What the fuck? At the hotly anticipated House of Gucci film screen premieres this week, Sabine Getty, I wonder what got her a byline, dives into the gripping story of a murderous matriarch and a feuding fashion dynasty. Oh, fucking hell. Tatler only exists for people to hoover coke off. In a previous edition of Tatler, Lara models and reviews shapewear, and it's as boring and overpriced as it sounds. Okay, here we go. Tatler's Little Black Book, sexy, sassy, and seriously social. Meet the 200 most eligible people in the land. Stop making a list. Making a list. When they say first against the wall, here's the first 200. Right, and number one, fair dues, actually. She actually has talent and is a relatively normal person, Emma Raducanu. In at number two, the Duke of Westminster. What makes him so attractive? Well, he's a billionaire, land-owning, rentier bastard. At number three, it's Lady Lola Butte. Lady Lola Butte, well, who is she? In an array of mini dresses and beloved Saint Laurent boots, Lola, 22, is the ultimate society darling. The wildly glamorous daughter of the late 7th Marquess of Bute, she is always the best dressed, whether she's at her Scottish island home, Mount Stewart, or on a yacht off Ibiza. She's partial to performing her breakdancing party trick, the Worm, and dedicated to working on her mental health charity. What does she do? Nothing. Number four, Elias Becker. Elias, 22, is in great shape for a cross-court rally. The handsome model son of Wimbledon champion Boris Becker works out daily, is fervently spiritual, fucking spiritual, and follows a flexitarian diet, dabbling in meat while majoring in plants. Track him down in Notting Hill eating tacos with friends, DJing in his New York apartment, or tending his pet goat, LeBron. White guy with a pet named after a black sportsman. At number five, it's Lady Louise Windsor. Talks horses to Prince Edward and Sophie Wessex daughter, and it's a racing certainty that her attention will be grabbed. Lady Louise has inherited her grandmother, the Queen's equine passion, along with Prince Philip's driving ponies and carriage. What is her view on mysterious Fiats? Isle of Butte is lovely. The Worm is not breakdancing. I have a 2-2 in veg, says C122H122. At number 6, Regine Jean Page. He's from Bridgerton. Lady Eliza Spencer, brush up your barbecue technique. 29-year-old Eliza was raised in South Africa, and South Africans love to grill, even when they hail from one of Britain's most glamorous high society families. She's Earl Spencer's daughter and Princess Diana's niece. Eliza and her twin sister Amelia have recently moved to London, and they're longing to be shown the town. Fuck! At number 8, Romeo Beckham. He's David Beckham's son. At number 9, Julia Saint-Jamois. Cat's a super stylist and British Vogue fashion director at Scott's in Mayfair, or at Chiltern Firehouse for margaritas. The 33-year-old dances like crazy to Vibe Cartel's romping shop, loves her Siberian cat Obi, and has a great eye for 1970s Italian interiors. She has seriously expensive taste. Only dukes with money need apply. Jesus Christ. At number 10, the Maharaja of Jaipur. Pink is the navy blue of India, and Paco, the 23-year-old Maharaja of Jaipur, is the youngest ever king of Rajasthan's Pink City. Drop dead handsome. He's normal looking. He's a normal looking man. He's walked for Dolce & Gabbana and a fearless polo player. Pacho oozes old school glamour. The walls of his palace are coated with 24-karat gold. Jesus. What if an interior were Italian? South African from eligible British family. That's a red flag. He's not handsome. He's just normal looking. Some others here. Coco Brocklehurst. Tammy Abraham. Azzy Agnelli. Anson Boone. Anson long dreamt of leaving his hometown of Cambridge and becoming a Hollywood star, and now he's done it. The 21-year-old played Private Cook in 1917 and will join a stellar cast in blah, blah, blah. Dina Asher-Smith's in here. She is excellent. John Boyega's in here. He's excellent. But why is he in here with these non-entities who don't actually do anything? Lady Margarita Armstrong-Jones. She's 19 in demand wherever she goes. She's studying events management at Oxford Brookes and enjoys hand-making silver jewellery. But she's rich, so will never have to do a job anyway. Viscount Althorp. He's 27. He's tall, handsome, and heir to the Althorp estate. Again... He's just a guy with a beard. He's fine. He's okay looking. Coco Brocklehurst is a pet rabbit. Wolf Bentic. The 21-year-old son of Baron Stephen Bentic and Lisa Hogan chose to miss the last flight back to England when he found himself in Havana during the first lockdown. He rode out the adventure with a tech company in Yucatan, Mexico. Oh, shut the fuck up. Marissa Abella, the English actress, is a Hollywood starlet in the making. The Honourable Freddie Benyon is 27. He's an officer in the Coldstream Guards. He grew up at Berkshire's bucolic Englefield House, where he has hosted fiercely competitive cricket matches and parties with his friends from Stowe. He's also a keen polo player and spirited jouster. Fucking jouster. Bobby Brazier, the model son of late Jade Goody and Jeff Brazier, is making a name for himself. He's only 18, but he's already walked for Richard Quinn, Dolce & Gabbana, and Balenciaga. Cassian Bilton, the son of property tycoon Anton Bilton. Cassian, 26, is set to be Hollywood's next bright young thing. He's already snapped up a role in Apple TV series Foundation. Off duty, he loafs around London galleries, attracting attention with his razor-sharp cheekbones. What could have got him a job on a major production? Who knows? Cassian Bilton. Yes, genuinely, Bilton. Sorry. Tommy Beresford, known to friends as Granadero or Tomas. 24-year-old Tommy is a charming polo pro. Both his parents, Lord Charles Beresford and Maria Phillips, also played professionally. The Viscount Airdrie Charles, 20, is a 6'4" Durham student reading anthropology. Of course he is. Jazzy DeLissa. Real person. Brunette beauty Jazzy, 30, recently moved back to London after a stint in LA and now calls Queen's Park home. Yeah, and Lady Eleanor Campbell is 21, who cares? Alotio della Garascada. He's from the Garascada dynasty, which dates back to the 11th century. He lives in Bristol and studies art. These fucking people, there's so many of them. Lady Jean Campbell, 24. Is a model. Henry Carling, the dashing son of ex-England captain Will Carling, has a sporty physique to rival his father's, charming and witty, with an uncanny resemblance to Leonardo DiCaprio. Really? Only if you've got cataracts. Jake Clark. When old Etonian Jake, 19, isn't perusing Edinburgh's art gallery, he's studying history of art at the university, he's travelling to far-flung hotspots, he ticked off Zanzibar, climbed Mount Kenya with his pals, and spent time on the idyllic coast. Oh, God. Fuck me. These people. Lady Eloise Gordon-Lennox. The Duke of Richmond's daughter is whatever. George Fleming is whatever. Viscount Emlyn is a professional polo player. Thomas Doherty, Thomas 26, calls New York home, much like his character in HBO's reboot of Gossip Girl. Lady Eliza Dundas, she's 23. She's the eldest daughter of the Earl and Countess of Ronaldsay. She grew up in Yorkshire and is involved in the Daughters' Rights campaign to inherit titles. Wow, real important work. Jack Draper, Wimbledon wildcard. Jack is the son of sports businessman Roger Draper. Yeah, no shit. He's also a keen golfer. Uma Goldsmith, the 21 daughter of Zach and his ex-wife Shahrazad. Uma is going into her final year at Edinburgh studying English. Well loved for her sense of humour, she storms a poker game. The Honourable Eleanor Harmsworth, daughter of the fucking owner of the Daily Mail. Media heiress Eleanor, 25, is the daughter of Viscount Rothermere, chairman of Daily Mail Group Trust, which owns the Daily Mail. A dog lover, she has 3 chihuahuas. That's it! That's it! That's all they've got! That's all they've got! The Honourable Vere Harmsworth. It's the son of the fucking owner of the Daily Mail. There is a fan of fishing and racing. Look out for him at Newmarket with his friend Ed Stanley. Keen to play his part in the pandemic, the 27-year-old helped the Daily Mail transport 1 million of PPE to hospitals. Oh, fuck off. Fuck off. The Honourable Victor Hope is 20, currently sporting a fetching and fashionable mullet while reading PPE at Exeter College, Oxford. He loves shooting, snowboarding and evenings out in the Sydney Arms with his twin brother, Charles, the Viscount Airdrie. Lord William Gordon Lennox, Freddie's older brother. William, 24, is a car and horse racing fanatic. Yeah, funny, all these hobbies that require millions, isn't it? God, how many more of these? Fucking hell, page after page of this. Damien Hurley, modern Damien, is a doppelganger as his mother Elizabeth. The Honourable Peregrine Pearson. Perry, 27, is the son of Viscount Cowdrey and heir to a reported £224 million fortune. Catch him on holiday in Ibiza or having dinner at Maison Francois in St. James if you can pry him away from Princess Olympia of Greece. Viola Pretijon, the daughter of businessman Nick Pretijon, former St. Paul's girl Viola, has already appeared in the Netflix The Witcher and HBO's The Never. She loves watching Grand Prix. Luke Osborne, son of George Osborne, and brother of Liberty. Liberty also makes it in here. He's a student at Bristol, but music pulls his heartstrings. He's a budding DJ. He's firmly on the London rave scene and has performed a set at Bertie's in Newquay. Kill me now. Just kill me now. Kill me now. Honor Palmer-Tompkinson, the daughter of James and Sauce Palmer-Tompkinson, works in art insurance. The Honourable Delphi Primrose, she's 18 and she's apparently going to be a supermodel. Clementine Reid, a super editor in the making. Clemmy is the great-granddaughter of former Prime Minister Herbert Asquith. She just started at Oxford, where she's considered the Zuleika Dobson of her generation. Who's Zuleika Dobson? The Honourable Turkana Stanhope, daughter of Viscount and Viscountess Petersham. Turkana is a prospective psychology student and happiest when dancing Scottish reels. George Osborne ran off with his former chief of staff, that's right, and has now had a new kid with her. Lord Vere of Harmsworth, James, 26, is the son of the writer, the Earl of Burford. The handsome future Duke of St. Albans was a model. Little wonder with those razor-sharp cheekbones. They're always fucking razor-sharp. Fuck me, so many of these fucking people. Charlie Wilson, Wildly flirtatious and seriously charming, self-played property millionaire, parasite, Charlie, 31, is a supercar fanatic. He owns a Rolls-Royce Cullinan and a black Lamborghini when he's not in Mayfair's Amazon Eco or on holiday in Dubai. He's in the cinema room at his Hertfordshire mansion. Down with this sort of thing. Right. Here's a whole fucking article about Lady Lola Butte and Elias Becker. They're just sort of hanging around in a bed in a thing. Lola Crichton Stewart's family home is charmingly hectic. Assistants zip around the industrial space just off a busy road in Camden, making calls and oat milk coffees. Her mother, Serena, the Marchioness of Butte, glides in wearing pink silk trousers and a matching shirt from her eponymous label and adjusts her perfectly coiffed honey-coloured hair. She offers a quick history of the house. Formerly the Milkwood Studios, it was purpose-built in the 1980s for the cast of Monty Python. Together with her late husband Johnny, the 7th Marquess of Butte, Serena redesigned the place, adding up, "Fuck me, death." I too like to hang around in a bed in the middle of a park. Elias is intensely spiritual, talks about manifestation meditation. He's 4 days into something called the 21-day Abundant Challenge and how it's important to connect to the Earth's electricity. Oh, fuck! What the fuck? I'm losing my mind to this stuff. Glamour with bite. Be brave, be bold, be Cruella de Vil. This season's haute couture is more fearless than ever. Just the dogs are great. I love the dogs. More of the dogs, said Lord Austin. I mean, look at that. That dog's amazing. That dog's amazing. And seriously fucking pissed off at having to hang around with this fucking non-entity. The family name is synonymous with wealth, power, and glamour, but the Rothschild women have remained something of a mystery until now. Natalie Livingston uncovers the secrets of one of the world's most famous families. Could you not? Is there any way you could not? Charlotte von Rothschild's dinner invitations were said to be more popular than Queen Victoria's. Whoopee fuck. The wayward Nika let the wheels of her Bentley do the talking as she drag raced Miles Davis through Manhattan. The last Countess Sons exchanged private jets and martinis in Manhattan for tractors and tortoise breeding in Kent. Catherine Osler meets the most glamorous, intriguing character in British aristocracy today. Fuck! Just another fucking non-entity. Just more of this. Pages of this. Bibble about these people. The Art of the Steal. Angela Gulbenkian milked her gilded surname for all she could in the art world and ended up in prison. Nick Cocken tells the real story of a £1 million art scam. That's actually quite an interesting article. Shame it's hidden amongst all this shit. Psychics at parties, clairvoyance in castles, lunch hour tarot readings at Vogue House. In an age of uncertainty, mysticism of society spellbound. Oh, they'll believe anything. They're fucking idiots. Affluent civilians can join the 62-mile high club for £325,000 and get launch ready at a new astronaut orientation retreat with lobster on the menu. Oh, piss off. Just honestly, piss off. And on the back page, from December 1959, what was Tatler writing about? The evolution of glamour. One night at the opera, 2 duets, diverging ensembles. There you go. Minus a thousand, million, trillion, like, minus all the numbers. Plus 1 guillotine. Everything about that made me angry. Girl boss, girl boss, girl boss, says Panic Future. She's not the last countess, there's still a ton of them around. Thank you for redeeming Hydrate. Ferrari's fuckface. This is like when child soldiers get given cocaine mixed with gunpowder. It gets you in the killing mood. Gonzo Socialism minus infinity. Red Tixie minus all their heads. C122, H122. I'm crowdfunding for guillotine. Thank you for joining me for this mentally taxing magazine special. Mick, have you ever read Tatler's Plastic Surgery Guide? Absolutely insane read. I have not, but I will now. Thank you all for joining me for the Friday show. Anyway, I really appreciate it. If you can share today's newsletter, that would also be fantastic. Just hit the link there, brokenbottleboy.substack.com. If you could share it on Twitter, that would be amazing. If you could do that today, I'd really appreciate it. Also, if you don't subscribe to the show here and don't want to, you know, commit yourself to anything regular, but do want to support the show, and it was a £25 fucking magazine bill today. Please throw some coins into paypal.me/conquest of the useless. Thank you to people who've contributed recently. I really appreciate that. Red Tick Seed, need to read Tatler more often. Stirs up the blood and gets us all in the killing mood. C122 says Red Tick Seed. C122, H122 going for a lie down. Thank you, Panic Future. And Red Tick Seed, that's a joke, by the way. Yes, of course, entirely a joke. We would only do killing in a Minecraft simulation. Cheers, Heathmore. I will see you all on Monday for another edition of this cursed show. This has been episode 50 of season 5 of the paper thing. That means we only have 19 episodes left of this season. Don't forget to tune into SK tonight. And if you're watching this later on YouTube, please like, subscribe, and comment. Bye-bye.